What does the different, yes, thank you very much. What does the different omens that we see in our day-to-day life, what does it mean? And how is it connected to our ancestors? It is said that omens are the language at which the ancestors and the universe use in communicating with us. A lot of us, we think that we need, like so many people, they feel they need to have some, extraordinary encounter for them to know when God is speaking to them or when the universe is speaking to them. And this is where people make a lot of mistake because on so many instances, they fail to understand that the universe speaks to them in different ways. And you see, as an African child, growing up with so many, so some of my ancestors, my granny, my grandfather, my father, my mother, what we pay attention to the most is the different omens. We pay attention more to the omens than to the words spoken by people. Because that omens is a direct message from the ancestors. It is a direct message from the universe. And it's a direct message for us to know how to be careful. And that is why there is an idiom in my country that says that he says, let me put it in my African dialect so everybody can understand. He says, Ifura onyo guangba, meaning a person that is sensitive to the different happenings around him, that person will never miss road. And the portion of paying attention to omens, this science of paying attention to omens has been existing since time immemorial. From the very time whereby creation of the universe, was born. When the cosmic universe was just a cosmic egg, from that time to now, the importance of omens has been very, very much explained and has been followed by a lot of ancestors before you. And this is where I'm going to be speaking about it today. Like an example to you is some of us, we don't live in the village anymore. And because we don't live in the village anymore, so there are certain things that is happening that we don't understand. Like if you're walking on the road and a bird passes from your left to your right, what does it mean? Or you see a dog barking at you when you are embarking on a journey. What does it mean? A lot of us, because we are living in such a society where we don't take things too seriously anymore. And because we don't take things too seriously anymore, certain things that actually protect us from danger before it happens, we don't listen to them. And that is why there is a saying that death does not happen without a warning. There is nothing as untimely death. That is a lie. Oh, this person died untimely. That is a big lie. Before the death happens, it comes to knock on your door to give you a warning. Hey, you know what? I'm about to come. I'm about to come. Now, how you listen to it, how you pay attention to it, that is what is going to determine why, okay, you will die peacefully or die restless. Because nobody is prepared for death. Why? Because they don't pay attention to the signs and the omens it gives before it finally happens. And that is why when it happens, when the final death is happening, they start struggling. Oh my gosh, like you've been given a lot, just like me today now. I've been given a lot of time to get ready this Zoom thing and everything, but then at the final moment, I'm not trying to see how to set it up. I'm trying to see how to balance it. And like, oh, let me see this payment and why is it not working? And my head is breaking. That is death for us. But the omen, the signs has been given since the very beginning, but we don't pay attention to it. Now, this is what we're going to be discussing about today. How understanding omens, how it makes us avoid the inauspicious things. When I mean inauspicious things, the things that are not good. It helps us to avoid it and helps us to plan ourselves better. And in this class, it will be an interactive class whereby by speaking, each and every one of you also will be able to explain the different omens that you've experienced. And then we can, have question on that. So please don't just be a listener, also join this discussion. All right, join this discussion. Ladifa, you say you cannot hear me? Everybody can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So Ladifa, you have to check your connection. Okay. So what does it mean when you're walking on the road? And have you heard a donkey bray before?
Yeah.
Okay. What does it mean when you're walking and a donkey is braying? It's crying or shouting. What does it mean? It's very, very inauspicious. I think let me not go to the donkey because so many people might grow up in a situation where they don't see donkeys. When you're walking on the road and the wind, you're passing and the wind is blowing noise.
Yeah.
The wind is blowing whistle. What does it mean?
Mm.
It means a ghost is actually passing by. And that is why it is very, very important. In the ancient time, whenever someone is going out, especially the elders, whenever they are going out, you see they always go out with a walking stick. What is the walking stick for? People don't know. People think that it's just fashion. No, it is to, to push away the negative things that is passing by. That
Yeah.
is why it is there. So when you're walking and the wind is blowing and is making noise, there is a ghostly entity that is around. And the thing that you do as at that moment, it is very, very important at that moment when you're passing and those you're experiencing, you start feeling or hearing those ghostly entities, the wind is making noise. It is inauspicious when the wind makes noise. It means two things: a demon is around or a ghost is around.
So what would you do in that moment?
At that moment, what you do at that moment is to take the soil from the earth if you can. Nowadays, there's no soil on the earth. Everywhere is tarred, the road is all tarred and everything like that. You should to take the soil from the earth and just, sprinkle it forward. Or you take a kusha grass. People may not know what is a kusha grass. To people that don't come from the Indian, origin, there is a specific kind of grass that one use, I use them when I'm doing my prayers. I don't have it around me here, but you have to take it. It is very important that wherever you're going, you must keep a kusha grass with you. Because 99% of the time, majority of the people you meet are actually not human beings. But you'll be like, how is that so? It is the truth. Some people are not humans. Some people are just they are like, how do you call it? They are like a body that some certain entities is embodying. And hence, those entities embodying these people's body, they are borrowing the body to act and fulfill a certain desire that they are not able to fulfill in their past life. And that is why it is very important wherever you're going, you must always have a kusha grass around you. Kusha grass, to some people that don't know, what is kusha grass in English? I don't know the name. I only know the traditional name. All right. In Sanskrit, they call it, yeah, that is the Sanskrit name. In English, in Mauritius, they call it vetiver. That's what it's called, But it's a certain spike, a certain kind of plant that is spike. You don't get it anywhere. It doesn't grow anywhere. It looks sharp, but it is not sharp. When you touch it, it's not going to cut you. There are some certain elephant. It looks like an elephant grass, but it's not an elephant grass. It looks like a goat grass, but it's not a goat grass. When you touch it, when you touch an elephant grass, it's going to cut your body. It cuts your hand. But this one, when you touch it, it doesn't create any harm. So this grass is very, very important to keep with you, especially during the eclipse. It is very, very important that you keep this kind of grasses with you during the eclipse, because in as much as people don't know, people nowadays, people take, whenever they see the eclipse, everybody wants to take a picture of the eclipse, but that is very, very bad. If you are such people that takes picture of the eclipse, be very, 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 very careful. Or you want to look at the eclipse. Oh, what a wonderful thing. Oh, no. You should never look at the eclipse whenever the eclipse is happening. Either the eclipse of the sun or the eclipse of the moon. You should never. Because it creates a lot of misfortune in the life of the people that looks at it. So please, this is one thing you must understand. Now, having a kusha grass around you is very, very important. Now, let me explain something else to you. When it is said that when you're embarking on a journey and you see a dog barking at you, it is a very good sign. Especially if you're about to go for maybe you want to go for a contract, or you want to go for some very important business deal or stuff like that, and a dog that doesn't know you just start barking at you, it is a very, very good sign. It's a very good auspicious omen. It means that whatever you're going for, you are definitely going to receive it. But when you are walking and you see a dog eating a bone or licking a bone, it's not a good sign. Or you see the dog is passing urine or is passing stool, it is a very, very bad omen. Whatever you're going to go for, you will not get a very satisfactory result. So nowadays, people, when the dog is barking at them, they run away. Oh, the dog is barking, they run away. But they don't understand that the dog is actually, the universe is using the dog to communicate to them, you're going to get successful in whatever you're going for.
But sometimes, so for example, you said about passing stool. So sometimes it's not in your control to rearrange a meeting or change. If you're going for a job interview, can't ring at the last minute and say, sorry, I can't come. So if that's happened, how do you counter, or how do you pacify some of those negative effects?
Well, you can't.
Still...
You can't, because the universe has already given you an indication.
All right.
The universe has already given you an indication. What you can only do is to pray in your mind. That I know that I'm not going to get a very positive news because I've already seen this, but let your will be done. Now, another thing here is when you're going on a journey or you're going for something important, and a woman, maybe your wife or your husband, start fighting with you, it's a very good sign. It is a very good sign. Especially when the woman starts fighting with you, it's very, very good, because it means that what you're going for, even if you may not see the result immediately, it is going to yield good success for you. So sometimes whenever I want to go out, I make my wife to fight with me, especially if I want to go for something important, because I know that it is auspicious. It is good. Now, people see this as, this is a very bad sign. I'm about to go for something good, and then my wife is fighting with me. She's doing this, she's doing that. How am I going to be able to concentrate? No, it's a very good omen.
What about sneezing before you leave to go somewhere?
That is not no. Sneezing is in a different way. Sneezing is like all of a sudden you are talking to somebody, and let's say, for example, you are drinking a cup of water.
Yeah.
And the water go in a different route. And then you start having it difficult to, you're gasping because the water has gone to a different route. It means somebody is talking about you. Now, if the people are speaking ill about you, it becomes difficult. You will choke heavily on that water. Another point is, for sneezing, there is no much significance.
What about biting? When you're drinking water, you bite your tongue while you're eating?
No, the food have to go to a certain direction.
Right, you choke on your food, yeah.
Yes, when you choke on it, someone is thinking about you. People ask, how do I know somebody is thinking about me or someone is talking about me? It's very simple. You will choke when you are eating or when you are drinking something. You just choke. Another point is, you see the ear, the human ear, it catches frequencies and vibrations quickly, but people don't know. And what are those frequencies and vibrations that the human ear catches? When a person is talking about you, your ear will start ringing. I don't know if anybody have experienced that, but the moment your ear starts ringing, and you will see, if you are a very sensitive person, the universe will communicate the name of the person that is thinking about you. This person is thinking about me. Your ear, at the same time, it will start ringing. It's like, there's going to be this ringing sensation that is going to be in the ear. But now, how do we know messages that is coming from the underworld, from our ancestors? And how do we know messages that is coming from the universe? It's very simple. First of all, let me explain certain things to you in different ways for you all to see. First, please have your pen with you and your paper that you guys may understand, some of these things that I'm about to explain to you guys right now. Because some of these things might sound a bit ridiculous, but these are facts. It is very, very important that when you are passing on the road, and I don't know if some of you have experienced that when you're walking on the road and a dead person is being carried or is being transported, what is your connection with the dead person? How is it that? Hello, Anna. How is it that? How is it that you are walking on that road and that same day, that same time, you have to see the dead person? What is the connection? Why it is called like, it is like the dead person is giving you a final darshan. And what we call darshan is like the dead person has come to telling you, hey, see me before I go. Why we don't see all dead persons the same time, but certain days we are passing, we will hear the siren, like for example, if you are here in Mauritius, they always carry the dead body, on the hand, like they do in India, and then they chant, Ram Nam Satya Hai, Ram Nam Satya Hai. In America, I don't know if it is the same, or maybe they put the body in an ambulance and then,
in a car. They put it in a long and dead body car, and then it's passing, then they put flowers around it.
Right, good. So what is the connection with that dead person and you? Why is it that you have to also see that dead person before the person is being put in the grave? In the grave. Why? That person is actually someone from your previous past life. And that person was present at the last time when you were also dying. The person also paid last homage to you. And hence, in this lifetime, you also have to pay last homage to that person. This is how the universe has arranged everything, and he has balanced it all. So there is nothing that is happening in this material world that is, out of the ordinary. Like, oh, it's just a coincidence. Oh, it is not a coincidence that a dead body is being taken for his final rite, and then you are also present to see it. It's not a coincidence. It is because at the moment when you passed away in your past life, that body was there. It paid its final right to, it saw you, gave you final respect, and it left. Now, what your thought was as at that moment when you saw that body is what is going to determine the cycle that is going to start playing around you. And that is why I always say to people, whenever you see a dead body being taken past you, don't say, oh, well, what is this? No, don't shy away from that, because you are creating a cycle. Rather, you should pray. I pray you receive a higher body in your next life. Thank you for showing me, for, letting me to see you for the final time, but I pray you take a higher life in your next life. That is the essence. We must always pray. Another point is when a man and a woman are copulating, when they are having sexual intercourse. You see, communicating is what a lot of us as human beings we do. A lot of us, we communicate, right? Now, our communication are of different levels. And the consciousness, the quality of our communication as at the moment of copulation, which is having a sexual relationship with either our spouse or with someone, the conversation, our inner dialogue as at that moment is what is going to determine the consciousness of the child that is going to be born in that particular womb. Now you'll be like, what is this? It is a fact. Some people, when they are having sexual relationship, the thoughts that goes on in their mind or the kind of words that comes out of their mind is very, very degrading. And hence, the quality of child that they give birth to is also of a low quality. And then there are some people, when they are having sexual relationship, they pray. They don't know how it happens, but they just find themselves either meditating on God or praying. It happens. For that to happen, the quality of a child that is going to be born will be a child that is going to create a lot of wonderful revolution in the world, in the society. And that is why I always say to everyone, especially to the men and women that have come to meet me, asking me, give me blessing, we want to have a good child and everything. I always tell them it is good when you are going to be having your relationship with your spouse, make sure that the thought that predominates in your mind should not be low. This is something you guys must understand. Now, a dying person, if you are going to die, nowadays, a lot of us, when we die, nobody dies on the ground anymore. And because people don't die on the earth, majority of people go to hell. Majority of people, they are not able to cross over. They are not able to move forward because they die above the ground. Then you'll be like, what do I mean by this? It's very simple. When you go to the hospital and the body is put on the bed, is it on the air or is on the ground? Which one is it?
On the air.
It's on the air. It's not on the ground. And because it is not on the ground, it is just based on the air. When the soul is pulled out of the body and the final death happens, that person becomes a ghost. It becomes difficult for the person to move forward because the body is not in contact with the earth. And that is why in ancient time, our ancestors always say, before a person die, put me on the ground. I want to die. Put me on the ground. But nowadays, a lot of us, we don't do that. Nobody does that. Nobody even knows the secret. So please, it is very inauspicious. It is a very inauspicious thing. When I mean inauspicious, I mean it is a very terrible thing for the soul or for the body when final death is happening and the body is placed, is suspended amid air, meaning it's just on the bed, it's not on the ground, it's not on anywhere, it's just in between. It is very, 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 very terrible for the soul. These kind of people, they become ghosts. Do you have any question first before I continue?
So what about people that had accidents, people that just maybe poisoned, they sit on the chair? Like, for instance, my brother last year, he was in his house for 2-3 days. Nobody knew that he's dead. But we noticed that there was a party going on. He was sitting, they met him already rotting in a chair, face bowed down.
His body was on the earth?
On the chair, sitting on the table, on the dining room table.
And his feet was where?
We don't know where the feet. They say they met him, the police, they met him sitting face down on the table, dead.
Unfortunately, these people becomes ghosts. Unfortunately. So what we should do for them is to pray for them that they can rise above that level of being ghost. This is the only thing that we can, do for them. Another point that you guys must always understand is that we have wall gecko in our houses. I believe you guys know wall gecko.
What is that?
Wall gecko. They call it the lizard of the house. Wall gecko. Do you know what's wall gecko?
No.
Nobody knows wall gecko. You guys are too too American.
Americanized.
Do you know what is wall gecko? Ladifa. Do you know what is a wall gecko? You don't know?
No, I do not know.
Mr. Bavesh, do you know what is a wall gecko?
Hey,
Ruta.
No, I don't know what that is.
There is wall gecko that lives in the house. It's like a lizard, but it's not a lizard. It lives in the house. And because it lives in the house, this wall gecko, it gives omens. It is more like it is also the inhabitant of your house. In your house, there are 3 people that are the inhabitant. One, you are not counted. The ant, the rat, and the wall gecko. These are also inhabitants of your houses. Now, this wall gecko, when they live in the house, they give different signs to the people that is living with them to tell them and to warn them of impending danger. But people don't pay attention to them. And nowadays, people kill them. You know, now you guys don't know what is a wall gecko. So I don't know I'm going to speak about that because some of you don't know what's a wall gecko. But let's talk about a wasp or a bee. Have you seen a bee before?
I saw one this morning.
Okay. When you are in your house and a bee flies into your house, it means a stranger is about to come to visit you. You are about to receive a visitor. Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
When a bee or a wasp, you see it come flying into your house, there is a stranger that is coming. Now, the color of the bee determines the nature of the stranger that is coming to visit you. If it is black, like extremely black, and the one that has the sting, then you should be careful whoever that stranger is going to be. Even though the stranger might be close to you, might be familiar with you, that stranger will come with a negative intention to you. So be mindful. Please pay attention to this. Now, another point that is there is if you are walking and then you see the bird, a bird standing. Some people don't walk. Nowadays, people drive their car. Let's say you are driving your car and you see, do you know what's a crow? Is it common in the place you are?
Yeah.
Okay. If you see a crow and you are embarking on your journey, and then you see a crow either on your right side or on your left. If it's on your right side, it is good. If it's on your left side, be careful so that you don't fall into a fight or something that is going to agitate you is certainly going to happen to you that day. Now, what happens if I see it, perched on a tree, or if I see it perched on an electric pole? What does it mean? If it's on your left side, you are walking and it's on your left side, be very, very careful. So that you don't fall into unnecessary argument in that day. And there's also an indication. And what is that indication? When you see it, you will see your mind, your state of consciousness that day will always be filled with anger. And, especially if you live in a place whereby there's a lot of, so what will you do when you live in a place whereby people throw a lot of trash because crows come to stay where there's a lot of trash? So when you see it, if it's on your left side, just know that that day there's going to be some quarrel. There will be. Now, what happens when your hand is scratching you? Have you experienced that? Your hand scratches you?
Yes, sir.
If your left hand is scratching you, you are going to lose money. If your right hand is scratching you, congratulations, you are going to gain money. Now, this works for different people differently. Some people, if it is their left hand that is scratching them, like really scratching and they keep, itching or, there's just this itchy sensation on the left palm, then they will, some people, if it is the left, they will make money. And if it is the right, they will lose money. You know, so you need to check according to your body, because for every individual, it works, you know, differently.
Can we, what does it mean when the bottom lid and the top lid of your left eye?
Yes, when the eye twitches, the left eye, when it twitches, normally I have seen that whenever the left eye twitch, we either see someone that we've not seen in a long time, like, you know, someone that for a very, maybe might be a friend, you know, might be an old acquaintance that we've not heard from in a long time. And then we meet the person. Or we meet a new friend, or we meet people that becomes, you know, acquainted, you know, to us. This is if the left eye twitches. But for them, so some people, it is totally different. For some people, if the left eye is twitching, there is a trouble that is coming.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Bad
when
news.
my left eye twitches, there's something bad happens.
Yes. You know?
My left eye has been twitching for almost a month now.
So don't worry, you're
And
not
I
going to
keep
get any
wondering.
bad news. Don't worry.
Yes.
So you see, some people, it is different, you know. And then some people, when their right eye is twitching, okay, they are going to get something, you know, good.
Yeah, good.
They're going to receive some good news and everything like that, you know.
Yeah.
It is different for people, you know. But now, what happens if you are embarking on a journey, or you are holding something in your hand and it falls? Nothing's warranted to fall, but it falls or it breaks. What is that? What does it mean?
I always wonder. I don't know what is that.
It symbolizes, if you are with people and you are holding something and all of a sudden it falls from your hand, there is someone among those people that you are with that has a very negative thought about you. But then if you are alone and you are holding it and it falls from your hand, then you are about to meet somebody that have a very negative thought, a very negative opinion about you, or you are going to hear a very negative words about you very soon. These are there. Now, I want you guys to write this down.
Okay.
A person that accepts food from a person that is not qualified. What is, when we say a person that is not qualified, meaning a person that accepts food that was stolen in this lifetime, the omens that is going to be around him is always going to be that of a thief. He's going to become a thief. A person that forced himself on a young girl in this time is always going to be affected and afflicted by snakes. How many of you have been bitten by snakes before? Do you know what it means? If you guys live in a different state of the world. If you live in the village areas or in, you know, then you'll be able to see different omens and everything like that. You guys live in the British era where everything is all, you know, tired and nice. But the signals and the signs are always there. Have you seen a snake run past you before?
Yeah.
What does it mean? If it runs from your right to your left, it's danger.
It's right to left, yeah.
Yeah, if it runs from your left to your right, it is good. The same thing also with a cat. I always advise people, whenever you are embarking on a journey and you see a black cat runs from your left to your right, okay, don't continue that journey. No. If you see a black cat run from your left to your right, good, continue the journey. It will be fruitful. But if it runs from your right to your left, please just turn your car back. No matter how you may have planned yourself, no matter how you may have, you know, organized yourself, you are not going to get what you're looking for. The same thing now, but then how do you connect it? Is it only for cats? No.
I have a question.
Yes.
I've been bit before by the dog.
You've been beaten before by a dog.
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing as at that time when you were beaten by the dog?
One of my friends gave birth. And she wasn't feeling well, so I went there to see her. When in going in the gate, so the gate was open, so I went in. When I got in, I started to walk down, get close to her door, and then I see the door. The door stopped biting, bite, and then I tried to run back through the gate, and I got beaten by him.
The dog beat you?
Yeah, on my scalp. I even go to the hospital for that, to get treatment for that.
I see. Well, it means that... Where's your face? Wait a minute. It means that you've offended the dog in your past life. Well, no, seriously, on a serious note, when a dog bites you, it is actually always a warning from our ancestors. Once upon a time, there was Kashyapa Muni. No, not Kashyapa Muni. And Agastya Muni. Agastya Muni was embarking on a journey to Kerala. Because he's the South Indian area and everything like that, he was quite popular. He was the mystic around those areas. So he was embarking on this journey to this portion of India, Kerala. And while embarking on this journey, he saw two disembodied entities, like entities, but their body is dislocated and disembodied, and they were standing upright, upside down, and hanging on top of a tree. And he asked them, why are you all standing like this, upside down? You're supposed to be upright, but why are you upside down on a tree? And they said to him that actually we are your ancestors. And because you have refused to give us food, so now we are in this position whereby we are suffering. And what else did you refuse to also get married? Because at that moment, Agastya Muni took the vow of Naishtika Brahmachari, meaning on a celibate monk, strict celibate monk. And hence, the ancestors came to meet him and said, you have refused, so now who is going to continue the lineage? Since you have taken this vow of celibacy. So seeing this, Agastya Muni took compassion on his ancestors, and he decided to do what? To rectify his lineage and give back to make sure that the lineage become better. After doing this, the ancestors came to him in the form of a dog, and they told him, Agastya, we are pleased with you, but we are communicating with you through these instances. So also from this instance here, it is written in the book of Omens that a lot of us, our ancestors, communicate with us using animals. So now, Ladifatu, you gotten bitten by the dog is a direct message from your ancestors to you. There are things at that moment you should observe your life. There are certain things that you might have been doing at that moment that is not actually good. And even if you might be doing things that might look, morally okay, but there are things that you are doing at that moment that you are not offering or acknowledging your ancestors within those periods, and hence you will definitely get the repercussion. A lot of us, we must understand that the way people communicate with us, the way people relate with us, how people are aggressive to us is all connected to the different situations that our ancestors are passing through. You are walking on the street and all of a sudden people started, hey, Ladifa, how are you? And everybody is just greeting you, hello, hello, hello. And you are like asking yourself, what is happening? Why is everybody greeting me? It's all connected. Or you are walking on the street and people just do as if they don't see you. People do as if they don't know you. And you're like, why is this happening? It is because it is all connected. Now, if a question can be like, so for example, I live in a place like Europe or in America where everybody is minding their business. So how can I know, that my ancestors are actually communicating with me or not communicating with me? You will know, because certainly someone is going to look up to you either with smile or with not smile. Not be like, what if the person is smiling out of courtesy? No, what stimulates the person? What is it that triggers the person to smile out of courtesy? So when a dog bites you, it's a direct indication from the ancestors. Just like when you're walking on the road and a mad person walks up to you and start talking to you, it's a direct indication from your ancestors. When you're walking and somebody come to ask you for money, a lot of us, we don't know that sometimes the people that comes to ask us for money or to beg for money from us, to our eyes, we may feel as if these people, oh, they are homeless, they are jobless. That is why they have come to, they are asking me for money and everything. But the question is, of all the people there, the thousands of people that might have been passing, of all of them, why is it that on that day, you are the one that was chosen or part of the people that was selected to be asked for money? So when people come to ask you for money, it is also a direct connection to your ancestors. It's a direct homage to your ancestors asking you, give food. And that's why I always say to everybody, if people ask you for money, beg you for money, give to them.
We should give.
Yes.
What about if you don't have? What about if you don't have that moment? In America, we have cards.
Have some coins with you.
Okay.
You must always have some coins with you.
Okay.
Even if you don't have big notes to give, not a problem. Give small note.
Okay.
These are some of the things that a lot of us we do that actually deprive us of our own unique blessing. All right. Now, please ask me questions so that we can enjoy.
What about like when you have like a black dot in your thumb? I know like once upon a time when I was 12, one of my grandma told me, don't swear someone, don't curse someone. What is that?
Yes, that is very wonderful. In Africa, we always have this superstitious, understanding that when you have so many black dots, on your mouth, it means that you have good luck. Yes, that is true. It means that you have good luck. It means that when you pray for somebody or you bless a person, their life becomes better. And when you curse a person, their life becomes bad. But it is contrary.
And what about, I have a question around dreams, omens in dreams, during the night, before midnight and early morning, say 1, 2, 3 o'clock.
Yes, any dreams, omens are dreams. That is true also. Any dreams that happen around 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4:30. Those dreams are omens. But also, some of these dreams are also past suppressed memories. But then any dream that happens
from your past life?
Yes.
From past
There's
life.
what is called Akashic record. A lot of us, some of us, our Akashic record becomes open on a specific day. Just like right now, it is the full moon. Or before the full moon day, a lot of people will start having very funny dreams. Like, they might see themselves doing some things or meeting some certain people in their dreams. Like, they don't understand who are these people or what is happening here. Some of these are nothing but just suppressed memories coming to replay itself back again and again to us.
So what are good omens and bad omens in dreams?
Bad omens in dreams are when you dream and then you see yourself being buried. That is a bad omen.
What about if you're seeing spiders and animals?
Seeing spiders and animals, these are not considered as a bad omen, but when you see a jackal.
Or if you see a snake?
A snake in a dream is auspicious. It is good.
That's good to hear.
It means money. It's a good omen.
Oh,
Yes.
I need to dream snake.
When you dream and you see snakes, it means money. It means intuition. But when you dream and you see a dog, that is not good. That is not a good omen. You dream and you see a dog running, chasing after you, that is not a good omen. That is danger. There is someone that is around you that does not like you. You see, the thing is, with a lot of us, we tend to attach the dream meaning of snakes to mean enemies, and then the dream meaning of dogs to mean maybe some friends. When you are dreaming and you see monkey in your dream, it is not a good dream. It means sufferness. There's going to be some financial crunch that is coming to your way. Or it means that people are going to blame you for what you did not do.
Wow.
Are you writing down?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This is what it means. When you dream and then you see a building collapsing, and you are not, let's say you are just watching the building collapse, that is also an omen to indicate to you that something in your life is about to go wrong.
But I had a friend that dreamt about snakes. And every time she dreamt, somebody was having a baby. And how is that compared to money?
Can you repeat yourself again? Because there was a place you broke off.
You said that if you dream about snakes, money is coming to you.
Yep.
Are you going to lose money or are you going to gain money?
Gain money.
My friend, every time she dreamt about snake, she knew that somebody's going to get pregnant, either her or a friend, somebody close to her. And that's what happened all the time. So that is not money.
That is expensive money. Children
that is money.
Just losing money.
That is money.
No, that is money.
That is not money.
That is money.
That is money.
Okay. That is not money.
Each person,
every child costs.
Each person coming into this world brings their own wealth with them. Therefore,
children are money, because in America they give you money for each children. $3,000.
It's never true. They don't give us money for each child.
No, each
when
person
you file a tax.
Wait.
No, when you work,
everybody
when you work more and you file tax, you don't get any money back.
Order. Wait, let's speak one by one.
So when we believe that when a child is born, they bring their own wealth with them from past generations. Therefore, when a child is born, it's a good omen. Therefore, they're bringing their wealth to you. And if you're surrounded by them, then that will also influence you.
Yes, that is correct. That is very correct. Homer, yes, tell me your part.
Now, I was saying when you file a tax, but someone say when you make too much money, but it depends. When you file a tax at the end of the year, they give you money for each child. So that's money. Children are blessing. So
yes.
No, I agree with you. Children are blessing. But with the filing of tax, if you are low income, you get much money. But if you're not low income and you work a lot, you don't get anything. You even pay the government.
Then don't work a lot. Don't work a lot.
No, I need to work. No, I need to work and take care of other people too. So I can't say that because of that I'm not going to work a lot. No, that's wrong. But I have a question. If you have eggs and it dropped from your hand, or you're carrying a crate of eggs and then it dropped, only 3 of them got broken, but the rest didn't get broken, what's the meaning, please?
Eggs breaking, it's not good. It's an indication of a bad thing that's about to open, that is about to happen. Just like when you have a glass mirror, and it breaks, it is not good. There's a bad thing that is about to happen. Either you are going to be robbed, or someone is going to steal from you, or you will lose money.
And what about the dream of you flying and flying fast or falling or flying high?
That is a dream of wanting to have control. We want to have control. Or first of all, let me finish this one that is coming to my head now. I come to your dream. Someone spoke about dreaming of snakes and then they see children. Contrary to that, or conversely, when you dream and you see yourself breastfeeding children in your dream, that is actually a ghost. That is an inauspicious dream.
Wow.
You see yourself, you are breastfeeding a child, or you see yourself, you are carrying a child. That is a ghost that is around you. There's a ghost that has come around you. Are you guys understanding? Write down. Write down.
Yeah, we are ready.
Yeah. Conversely, this is what it means. When you dreaming of seeing children is not an auspicious dream. It's a very bad omen because it means ghost. There are ghosts that comes in the forms of children to sap or to suck your energy. So when you see yourself breastfeeding a child, or you see yourself, you are pregnant, in the dream, it is not a good omen. That is something you must always know. Now, dreaming of flying, it is considered good. It's a good omen in the sense that it means you are about to take control of your life, or you are in control of what is happening in your life. Just as when you dream of seeing yourself riding a car, it's also a very auspicious one. Means you are in control of your life. So these ones are nothing but dreams that deals with our external circumstances and our external situations. But what are dreams that connects with our ancestors? What are dreams that comes from our past life? Some of the dreams, like I said, some of them are you seeing yourself naked. You dream you are naked in the dream, or you see yourself you are walking naked. What does it mean? Walking naked. Is it good? Is it bad?
I dreamt my mom was naked before.
That's not a good dream. It's not a good dream. It's not an auspicious dream. Or you dream and you see yourself sweeping the house. Sweeping the house. It's a very inauspicious dream. Or you dream and you see yourself in the toilet. How many of you have seen yourself in the toilet in your dream?
No.
Dreaming of seeing yourself in the toilet, either doing your business in the toilet or you are cleaning the toilet, is very inauspicious. It means some negative energies are around you. And within that period that you had that dream, financially, things will go very bad. Financially, things will go very bad.
I remember you saying in your last TikTok video that if you're having bad dreams, then put 7 cloves under your pillow, and then you will start to have good dreams. Or you didn't say what, you just like try it and see. What is the outcome of putting 7 cloves under your pillow when you sleep?
You see, the energy that the clove has is that it helps suppress any negative frequency that might come to you, just like when we have the kusha grass. The kusha grass, when we have it around us, it is to block out the negative, inauspicious things from coming closer to us. So also when we put a clove, especially before you go to bed, you take the clove to go around your body, or you go around your head, 7 times. And then you put it under your pillow. It will never make any negative ghost, be it ghost, spirit, whatever, they can never come closer to you. And then it makes sleeping easy for the individual because of the frequency, the energy frequency that these things, this ingredient, it carries.
And does that also change the omens? So you start having good omens rather than bad omens, or?
It does change. It does change, because for any omens to be inauspicious or inauspicious, it deals with your energy. Any dream that is good or not good deals with your energy. And because it deals with your energy, a lot of us, let me explain one thing to you right now. A lot of us, there are some certain entities that get attracted to us on our working state. And that is why I don't like going to crowded places. This is just my own principle. Now, why don't I like going to crowded places? I don't like going to crowded places because of some certain energies of people that is around. Now, people have different energies, and because they have different energies, some of these energies get attracted. You know, there are some people, they have an energy that is very magnetic. It's like a certain magnetism around them, you know. Some of them, their energy is magnetic in such a way that they can easily attract people, like people get attracted to them. But also there are people that have a certain energy that spirit and ghost easily get attracted to them. And hence, when they go back home, a lot of us, when we go back home, especially when you go to a crowded place like a market or somewhere that is very crowded with people and everything like that, a lot of us, when we go back home, these energies are with us. And the moment we put our head down to sleep, they will start tormenting us. And some of the way they will torment us is you will sleep and you will see yourself having a sexual relationship in the dream. And it will be so real to the point that you will see that there's a nocturnal emission that has come out of your body. Even if it doesn't come out immediately, then when you go to your bedroom to pass, then you will see, because some of these entities come around us.
So how do you replace that negative energy with positive energy, or how do you repel more of that negative energy when you are in crowds or going about your business every day?
Every time, to people that are very close to me, they will always, if they observe me a lot, to people that are very close to me, if they observe me a lot, they will see that whenever I'm going in a crowd, my fingers is always crossed like this. Both of my fingers. This is a mudra. This is a mudra. But people don't know what this means. Whenever I'm going in a crowd, I always keep my fingers like this, especially if the crowd is very much, even if you don't see it in my pocket, but my hand is always like this. Why? Because what I'm doing right here is I'm locking my energy and preventing any other energy external to affect my own energy or to tap into my own energy. So if you are going in a crowd, try to keep your fingers like this. But then this is the easiest one anybody can do. It can work for you. It may not work for you, depending on the quality of your consciousness and the kind of spiritual practices that you do. But then
when you get home, how do you cleanse yourself? How do you cleanse yourself when you get home?
It's very simple. Use a clove. Before you get home, before you enter into your house, take 7 rock. You know, rock? Pebbles.
Stones?
Yes, stones. 7. You just pick only 7, not more than 7. You pick it anywhere. You can pick it on the side of the road. You can pick it in front of your house. You pick it, and then you use it to go around your body. In India, they call it nazar, something like that.
Yeah, nazar. Yeah.
Yes, you use it to go around your body 7 times. When you do that, you take the stone and you throw it backward like this, not looking at it, just throw it backward. And then you enter your house. In this way, you have pushed all the negative energy that might have been attracted to you, you've pushed it away. Another point, a lot of people, when they go to a funeral house and they come back to their house, they don't take their bath. And because they don't take their bath, they bring the inauspiciousness of that place to their house. And that is why it is very, very important. if it is in an African house or in anywhere, you will see that before you enter the house, there's always a tap or some tin of water that's always kept outside. Why is it there? It is there so that you wash away the negative energy you might have carried and not bring the negative energy inside. A lot of people, their house is a house of all negative energy. What kind of negative energy you can think about is living in their house, because of they do some certain things that is creating more negativity in their life. And what are those things that they do? One, when they go to either a crematorium or they go to a cemetery, they enter their house with the same clothes that they've gone to the cemetery. They don't remove the cloth. And they just enter their house like that, and they just start touching things around. They don't go straight to the bedroom to take their bath and cleanse themselves of that energy of the cemetery or of the funeral house or of the crematorium. So if you are in America, wherever you are, if you go to a cemetery to maybe to go and visit a loved one or for something, don't enter your house and start touching things around your house with the same cloth. You must remove it.
It's also said that a crematorium is the abode place for Lord Shiva, and it's his favorite place. Therefore, yes, if it is his favorite place, why should that place be full of negative energy if it is his place?
But it's very simple. The energy of Lord Shiva and our energy is not the same.
That's correct. Yeah.
Lord Shiva is Swayambhu.
Yeah.
And who are we? We are just Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is the Swayam? There is no Swayam in us. So, yes, the crematorium is the abode of Lord Shiva, but we don't have the potency. And I see, look at the word, Shiva, one who is pure.
Yeah.
Who is never contaminated. So even though Lord Shiva is sleeping in the crematorium, is sleeping in the graveyard, he is never contaminated by the contaminations of the graveyard.
Yes. Yeah.
The same way you can say about the Ganges water. Even though the Ganges water is filled with a lot of contamination, the Ganges water will always remain the Ganges. It will always be a purificatory water for every individual.
Yeah.
So we must understand this. That is one point.
Does burning clothes in the house cleanse the house?
It doesn't. It doesn't. People that burn cloves in their house or burn sages in their house and everything, these people are mentally psychotic. It's a fact.
So how do you cleanse the house? How do you cleanse the house?
How do you cleanse the house?
Salt. Only salt.
Salt.
Take salt and use it to mop your whole house.
Okay.
Using sage, burning bay leaf, etc., that is going to clean the atmosphere of my house and everything like that. No, these people are mentally psychotic. You go and look at their life, their mind is not balanced.
What about, I have a question, what about crystals, like working with crystals? Do you think that's bad?
Crystals is not bad. Working with crystals is not bad, but you must also have the same potency of it. A lot of, just like wearing a white cloth all the time does not mean that you are pure. So this is one of the reasons why there are some Ogbanje people in Africa, they don't like me because of the way I talk.
Because I have some crystals, like yesterday, full moon, I put them outside to charge them.
So you think it is the full moon that is charging the crystal?
That's what they say.
Who is telling you that?
I read the crystal book.
Yeah.
So talk about crystals. I'm confused.
First of all, this is not a crystal seminar. It is for omens. You know.
Okay, what is the thing? As is it bad?
Let me explain it like this. What makes a person good or a person bad? It is the state of consciousness.
Right.
How your state of consciousness is, that is what is going to determine the kind of atmosphere that you're going to have. Your state of consciousness. So in as much as a lot of us, we focus so much on wanting to clean the external that we forget to clean the internal. And hence, because we forget to clean the internal, we are so focused on, I need to be good, I need to be clean, I need to change the auras of my body. We are so much focused on that we forget to focus on what is most important, which is the internal, the consciousness. And because we are so focused on wanting to clean our external aura, that is why we are wanting to use crystals, gemstones, you know, burn sages in the house, burn this in the house. I want to remove people's consciousness from affecting me and all of that. But then we forget the most important thing. And what is that? Our own consciousness. Is it people's consciousness that is affecting me, or it is my consciousness that is being disturbed by other people's consciousness? Which one is it? Am I the observer that thinks he's observing, or I am the observer that is being observed but thinks that he is observing? Which one am I?
The latter.
Voila.
Mm-hmm.
So it is important that we know the difference. Buying a crystal, that is good. Yes, it helps you. But is it the crystals that gives you serenity, or it's your state of mind?
Your state of mind.
Voila. Now, how calm you're going to be depends on what? The quality of your mind. A lot of people think that by doing so many burning of this, burning of that in their house and everything, is going to help them to become pure, or it's going to cleanse them of their insecurities. It's going to cleanse them of all the negative things around them. But no, first of all, if you want to clean, you want to have a very good cleaning, you must also clean, you must start from the inside. That is what is called an introspective sage. An introspective sage is a person that when something wrong is happening outside and is getting disturbed inside, he sits down and asks himself, why is this thing that is happening externally? Why is it disturbing me internally? That is an introspective sage. This we must always understand.
So how do you get yourself in that state of mind? How do you cleanse the inner and become that consciousness or that awareness that then creates that positive aurora around the external?
Very simple. Know that your anger is you. You are your anger. Your anger is not separate from you. You are your greed. Your greed is not separate from you. You are your lust. Your lust is not separate from you. Not, oh, it is a spirit of anger. No, you are that anger. You are that greed. The greed is not different from you. It is you. You are that jealousy. It is not different from you. It is you. To get to that state of mentally cleaning our consciousness and everything, it starts with awareness. Awareness that, yes, all these things that is happening that I think are external are nothing but me. Expansions of my own ego. Me. My anger is not different from me. It is my anger. My anger. I am that anger. But then when you start denying the anger, oh, no. This is not me. I don't like to get angry. This is not me. This is not me. Then who is it? This is not me. This is something else. And this is happening because of you. I don't like this. I don't like this. Who is it? It is you. Is anybody that is the trigger? A lot of us, we say that someone is the trigger of our anger. No, no one is the trigger of your anger. Your anger is your anger. And when we understand it, when we are conscious of it, when we are aware of it, not denying it, not, being psychotically thinking that, oh, I'm a very good person. It is just people that comes to press my button. Oh, no. That is denial. When we stop living in denial, then the state of being mentally calm and peaceful starts. And this is also the essence of understanding the omens, because when you know something that is about to happen, you're not disturbed. People get disturbed when they don't know what is coming their way. Just like a lot of people wanting to know what is coming in their future, because they are uncertain. Oh, I don't know what is the future holding for me. There's this, it's not that they don't know what the future is holding for them, but there's this cloud of doubt, this cloud of uncertainty, this cloud of fear that the mind is projecting. It's just like, if you go to, I'm going to advise you all once in a while, once in your lifetime, try to visit India. If you go to India and you go to Uttar Pradesh in India, Uttar Pradesh, that is the northern side of India. Yeah, the northern side of India, Uttar Pradesh, yeah. When you go to Uttar Pradesh, especially if you go towards, Vrindavan, Mathura, Agra, these places, around this time of December, it is very cold. And in the early hours of the morning, it is very foggy, like thick fog. And because the fog is so high, you cannot see what is coming. You can't see what is ahead of you. Even though you use the anti-fog light and try to, maneuver yourself and everything, a lot of people die in Mathura, in Vrindavan during this period, because the cars are not seeing, they cannot see ahead, because even if they put their light, they cannot see ahead. Everywhere is just so foggy. Now, this same event are things that happen to us here. And that is why we are very, very much uncertain about the future. What is the future holding for me? It's like there's this fog. We cannot see ahead, and hence we need the eyes of other people to help see ahead, to tell us what is in the future for us. And that is why some of you have come to meet me. And this is where, when you are able to understand and read the omens that goes on around you, you don't need a person like me to tell you what is coming in your life. Just by understanding the omens, reading the omens, paying attention to what you are supposed to pay attention to, you'll be able to arrive at a beautiful destination. But when we don't pay attention to them, when we ignore them, then people like me is available. Yeah, I'm the doctor. You pay me for my service, I give you the service. But when you pay attention to the omens, how will you get sick? You won't, when you are careful. Yes, there are omens that are there that is a bit confusing. But when you are able to read in between the lines of everything, they said, let me give you an omen right now. Let me tell you one thing right now. If a person does not like you, how do you know a person that does not like you? Is it by the way they talk to you? No. Is it by the way they communicate, they do things against you? No. If you want to know who really does not like you right now, whenever the person is talking to you, the person can never make eye contact with you.
Wow.
This is a fact. When they will speak big words and everything, but when
but I noticed that there are certain people that have that courage. Even they don't like you, they look at you right in your eyes.
Oh no, you will still see it.
You will still see it?
Yes, you will see it. Even the way they are looking at you right in your eyes, you will still see it. You will feel it. You will know it.
Okay.
So there are so many things that the universe has given to us as opportunities for us to be able to help ourselves as humans. But the thing is, with the way civilization is going, every knowledge is getting lost. And hence everybody is trying to find their way or trying to maneuver their way, you know, in the different noise of different people's opinions and different people's ideas. Question?
You did not finish my question about the tongue. Is that bad?
About the crystal?
No, my tongue. Like
Your
the black
tongue,
dot.
yes. Thank you very much. See? It is not, there is nothing special about it.
Okay.
What is special is if you have a mole on the tip of your lip. If you have a mole on the tip of your lip, then that is special. On your tongue, no. So you should check yourself. Now I'm going to speak about this now. You go and look at yourself. If you have a mole on your lip or you have a mole inside of your lip, then that is good. If you have it here on top of your lip, it's also auspicious. But then if you have open teeth, you know what is open teeth?
Yeah, my children have it.
If you have a gap, like you hear me now. You have a gap in between your first teeth. It is good.
I have a mole in my lip.
You have a mole in your lip. Which of the lip? The lower lip or the upper lip?
The lower lip on the left side.
It means you like enjoyment. You like sweet things. You like sweet things.
What about ears and ear sizes, earlobes, ear sizes, small ears, big ears?
When there is small ear, that means smart. These people are very smart. But when the ear is extremely small, that is a thief. Oh no, it's a fact. It's a fact. You go and look at the people that has been, see, I did a research on this, that I went to the prison and I was looking at all the people that are convicted as robbers, armed robbers, thieves, killers. They always have a very small ear. All of them.
And what about the earlobe being big? The earlobe,
earlobe is big. It is good. It means intelligence. Now you should understand that earlobe for different people is different. For a person that is from Africa, how big the ear is or how small the ear is different. For a person that is from Asia, how big it is or how small it is different. For people that is from different part of the world, it is different. So,
and what about if the ears come out like this or they're back like this? Or
if it comes out like this, like a rat. If it comes out like a rat like this, that person, that is a fool. They will always do things foolishly. Like if you see the ear is coming out, they will always do things foolishly. And then if you see the person that is extremely tiny, not tiny because the person is refusing to eat, but tiny even though after the person has eaten as much as he can, but it's still tiny and the head is long. You see my neck. Can you see my neck? Is my neck visible?
No.
It's not visible. Why?
You're smart.
No, though.
Because you eat really good.
You can say that. You can say that. You know, you can say that. But what it means when you have a thick neck, it's an indication that the person is going to be wealthy.
Oh wow.
But when you see a person that have a long neck, like the head is there, but the neck is long, be careful of such person. You don't have a long leg like that. Don't worry.
Oh, that's okay.
For me, I got mole around my neck and my ears. What's that?
You have moles.
Yeah, my neck and my ears.
Okay. If you have mole on your neck, like on your throat side, it means you should be careful. Poison, you can easily be poisoned, or you can easily take poison. That's the meaning.
What about the back?
It depends on the portion it is in the back.
And the ears.
If there's a mole in the ear, in the ear or on the tip of the ear, these people, they like to hear. Like they have this affinition for hearing, like their hearing is very sharp. And the way you can easily talk to them is when you speak to them through their ears. You know, it's like, put it like they have a softness, a weakness in regards to their ear.
What about a mole in the middle of your finger, your hand?
Which of the hand?
I have a
the
mole.
front or the back?
On my right, in front, on my right hand. The front.
Here.
Yes.
It's not good.
So what can you do to make it good?
You can't. You can't do anything about that.
You're born with it.
Yes.
When I was little, I was trying to take it out, but it never goes. I was like, what is this in my hand? I washed my hand 100 times.
Now the finger at which it is that point where you're gonna have some struggle. Like there are some people, they have a mole here on the line of marriage. Having a mole here on the line of marriage is an indication that marital life will not be peaceful. Marital life is going to be a struggle.
So show the other one. I have the line in between my thumb and the middle line is there. In between the thumb, your big thumb and the middle line.
Here.
That's where the mole is. Yes. No. Come inside a little bit. Between.
Here.
Yes. Right there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then there's a danger. There should have been a danger that happened as a child.
Oh, yes. I have a car accident that almost killed me.
That's what it means.
That means I already passed through it.
Yeah.
Yours is where?
Here. My left hand. Here.
Here.
Yeah, between the line here.
Here.
Here. Here.
I see. It's not.
I even try to
for
take
old age.
I even try to take it away, but it keeps coming back.
You can't. Because
I love how these people try and take moles away.
It means that
it's like you're trying to change. You're trying to change the past or the future. Like
yes, it means that.
So sad. That was. Oh, sorry. So that was the indication of my childhood. On my accident, I had a car break my feet. Because I had a 3-car before I get the main accident. It was 3 cars that hit me in the main road, but did not hurt me. I went back to my mom. But the 3rd one, that's where the car break my feet. I was in a cast for almost 2 years. My feet was not until my mom go to the cultural. Yeah. That's where they tie something in my legs, and I was able to start walking. The American way, the English way doesn't work. It was the culture way.
It worked.
That they hear me. Yes, then I start walking.
That's good. That's very good.
So that was the mole in my hand. So that would not happen to me anymore.
That was the danger. So you've passed it.
Okay. Thank you.
Like Ladifa too, having a mole at the base of your palm, it's not a good indication. It means as you grow older, your health might be fragile, might become more fragile and fragile and fragile. So you need to be very, very mindful.
What if it's under your eyes or the side of your face?
When there's a mole under the eye, if it is on top here, it is good. on top of the eyebrow, is good. If it is here, it's good. If it is under the eye, it's not good. There will be a certain defect to the eye. Now, it depends on the portion that it is. If you have a mole on the portion here, it's not good. If it's any mole under, it's not good. On top is good. If you see a person with a mole on their forehead, these people will be good politicians. If they have mole on their head,
Politician.
yes, like for example, if they remove their head and there's mole on top of it, this is a very good indication of a person that has finance.
At the side of the face.
Which side of your face?
Right.
On the right side. Where exactly? Down or up? Where?
In the middle.
Still the same thing that I said. Be careful. There might be some eye issue, in that area. Now, when you have mole on your chest, if it's on your right chest, it is good. If it's on your left chest, it is not good. If it is lower, it's an indication of a person that has a very fearful mind. If it is higher for a woman, if a woman has mole on her chest, on the right side, she's going to have children that will be very, very courageous. If a woman has mole on her left side, and it's either lower, she's going to have children and a husband that will not be very courageous. Now, if
what about on the legs?
Who's speaking?
You, man. What about the legs? On your right legs?
On top or underneath?
On top.
If you have mole on top of your toe, on your...
Not the toes, just your thigh.
Thigh?
Yes, like your leg, your topper one.
On the thighs?
Yes.
That is not something for private, for public.
What about size of toes? Like big toe, small toe, second toe being longer than the other one. What does that mean? Big toe,
if a person has a big toe and the second, or if a person has the first big toe longer than the rest, these people, they are carried by wherever there is pleasure. Wherever there is pleasure, they are there. They can do anything for pleasure. But then if the second toe, finger, something like that, I don't know if that's what it's called, if it's longer than the big toe, then these people, they are moved by their impulse. Or if the two toe from the big toe, if it's longer than the big toe, the big toe, then these people, they are extremely impulsive. And their nature is very, very unpredictable. And because it is very, very unpredictable, you can't depend much on them. Yes. Question?
Can I ask about dream?
Yes, dream.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, I have a question about the mud on your teeth, your teeth. Yes.
Yes.
My daughter has her one. Yeah, it's big.
This side.
Yeah, on her right side.
Yeah, this is my right side.
Yes.
She has a mole here.
Yes. Yeah, on it until yeah.
It looks nice on the face.
Yeah.
Moles here, it looks nice on the face, but it is a weakness that is going to develop as the person grows older. People that have moles here, they always have some problem relating to their heart or to problem with urinary infections.
UTI.
Same with people that have moles on their nose. Having moles.
What if you have on your right side?
Which side of the right?
You said that was the left side, right?
This is my right hand, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then if you have on the left side, next to the
left
nose.
side here.
Yeah.
Then there's a problem with the heart.
Now my dad has one, but it was small. When I was a kid, it was small, but it grew bigger. But he doesn't have a heart problem.
It will definitely come. The heart, this side here, it is the heart.
But it's very close to the nose, not on the cheek.
Ah, very close to the nose. Then these people, if it's very close to the nose, then these people, they have a very picky nature. They have a very picky nature.
Do you classify this as a mole? Would you say this is a mole?
That is a mole. No,
Yeah,
I can't see. Is it a skin tag or is it a mole? I can't see. I can't really.
No,
see.
it's a mole. It's like a black little round.
And
circle.
that is a mole. If you have any mole on your right,
I have so many of those all over my body. So many.
And that is good.
We'd be here all day if I asked you all the positions of them.
No
There's
problem.
So many of them.
No, there is a point you guys must understand. Of all the moles, the ones that is most important are the ones that are hidden. Those are the ones that has more stronger, how do you call it? More stronger
meanings
in a person's life. Like if you have a mole in your armpit, underneath your armpit, it's a very good, it's a very good sign. If it is on the left side, not so much. If it's on the right, very auspicious. Now, it also now depends on which hand is most dominant for you, your right hand or your left hand. That one is most, auspicious. In ancient days, it is said, well, you guys paid for the seminar, so I'm going to speak about it. I'm not going to withhold any information. If a man has a mole on his scrotum, it is said this man will be blessed with a lot of male children. Male children that will succeed him and will do wonderful things in the society.
So we were going to try for a third child to be a girl. We're not going to try anymore. We're just going to.
So you have to see where the mole is on the scrotum. If a woman has mole on her private part, it's also an indication. What kind of a child she's going to have. If she has black mole, see, there are different types of mole you must always understand. Is it black? Is it red? There's a mole that
my wife is very upset now. Because she wants a girl and we've only got
well, I'm just translating and interpreting.
Yeah, I know.
But these are the indications. When there are moles in these areas, if it's a red mole, it's not very auspicious. Now, red mole depends on the people's body. If it is dark, it is considered most auspicious, meaning most good. All right. Nana, you're not asking question. Hello. Nana, are you there? She's not here? Okay.
She's on mute. Maybe she's at work.
Okay. Ruta, any question?
Yeah, I have one.
Yes, please.
We were talking about earlier about somebody said that they got beaten by a dog when they were adult, probably. She was going somewhere and she got beaten by a dog. So what happened if things happened to you when you were a child? I got beaten by a dog when I was a child. I was like 3, I think. And then you were saying something about something about the ancestor, you have to listen what's going on. How, as a child, are you supposed to know all of that stuff? You cannot prevent that. And you were not chosen to know all of that.
Yes. As a child, we cannot understand, but then it is the duty of our parents to understand for us. Now, when our parents are not able to understand themselves, then it becomes difficult. So having dog biting us as a child is a very strong indication of the anger of the ancestors. But now, when we are not able to understand it as a child, well, it is also based on destiny. That is why the understanding that our ancestors, the parents are not able to understand is also based on destiny. But one way or the other, by dint of certain good fortune, now we are coming to understand it. Now we should do things to rectify so that if this happened to us, there's always a higher indication that it is also going to pass on to our own children. So why we have to rectify our problem with our ancestors so that the life of the generations that comes after us can be better.
Okay, but then I come from a Orthodox family, you know, Christian Orthodox. So it's not like what I'm saying is like when things happen in my family or in my culture, they go to church and the priest or somebody say you have to you choose a day that you need to do sacrifices, like you need to cook food and give food to the church and to all the people who pray for you, and you invite people to your house and stuff like that. So you do it once a year. And now my mom has started doing that like every year for so long now, but in that period of time she didn't do, but she went to church and she did fasting and all of that stuff. So that doesn't count?
That doesn't count. Because the fasting and giving to people, well, that is out of, there's what is called in Sanskrit, there's what is called punya, which is merit. Punya basically means merit. When we give food to people, we get a certain merit. When we feed people, we get a certain merit. That is actually just increasing our punya, but it is not affecting the main problem. It's not treating the main problem from the root cause. It's just only affecting or increasing our punya, which is our merit. So giving food to the ancestors is a totally different thing. And that requires, you see, every child that is born have a certain ancestral energy that the child brings with them. Every child. Just a minute, my son just came in, so he just came home. Hello, sir. All right, you're saying hello. They can't see your face. Okay.
Hi, big boy. So cute.
All right, Papa busy now. Go, Papa busy. All right.
He looks like you.
He does now? Yeah. Bye-bye. So, back to the point. I lost my thought process.
Every child born ancestral.
Very good. Every
energy.
child that is born with a unique ancestral connection. Everyone, me, my son, whichever child is gonna come, everyone is born with a unique ancestral connection based on what they've done in their past life. And that is why it is very, very important, very, very important that as from childhood, the child must be taught how to rectify his own ancestral connection with his own debt to his ancestors so that his own life can become peaceful and nice. Getting attacked by a dog as a child is very, very inauspicious. Just like a person being carried, imagine a person being born is practically the same. A child was born and the mother dumped the child in a trash. And then a dog takes the child, by the teeth and takes the child to a shelter is that considered a good, it's a very bad karma because of a certain debt to the ancestors. So we that have come from Orthodox family, we that have, we don't have this natural connection with our ancestors, not knowing how to really pacify them to make our life easy and better, we suffer for it. Because there is no knowledge for who is teaching. Nobody is teaching us. Nobody is preaching about it. So we don't know what to do. But then it is also by the mercy of some higher force from the ancestors that gets us connected to certain places or certain people that teaches us, now this is actually what is there. Now rectify it like this. I have a friend. Now he's a grown-up boy. This boy, when he was born, his mother gave birth to him and threw him by the roadside where they, where they keep the dumpsters, where the dump is. They throw the child there. And it was a dog that went to pick the child up, wanting to eat the child, thinking it's a food, wanting to eat it. Then somebody saw it, and then they shoot the dog away. Now tell me, what kind of a destiny must that child must have had from his past life that has made him to be born, and he has to pass through this kind of circumstances? This child was brought to me. I gave the child a name. This is 2018. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Now the child is 5 years old. 5 or 4, something like that. I gave the child a name. Now that kind of a child, he doesn't know his time of birth, doesn't know his place of birth, doesn't know his father, his mother. So the destiny is extremely bad. But then having connection with a spiritual person helps the child to rectify his, destiny that is not good. So to some of us that grow up from, families, Orthodox family, not knowing what is the right way, what is not the right way, they just follow what they have been told by a particular pastor or a particular, spiritual person. That's just for what they're following. In such circumstances, we can't blame ourselves for the inauspicious thing that has happened to us. And then that is why the universe creates an opportunity for us to be able to learn everything from scratch again and free ourselves. Does it make sense?
I got a question, please.
Who spoke?
Nana.
Nana, yeah.
Yeah. I got a question. Long time ago, I had a story about my great-grandfather who was a healer. So recently, I feel like I don't know him, but I feel him. I think about him a lot. Like, it's like, I feel he's around me. It's like every time I'm looking for him, I feel like when I ask him, call him, I don't even know his real name. That's unfortunately. But I feel the presence all around me. So I want to know if it's a good omen or a bad omen, or if sometimes I have to go and research about him or have some connection. I try to research about him more, but people tell me that he's trying to give something to the family, but nobody is minding him. I'm the only one who is like, I'm concerned. So it kind of makes me confused. So I want to know more about those feelings and then the thoughts about him. But I never met him.
That is actually good. It is actually good. It's nothing bad. It's nothing evil. It is actually very good. When you don't know him, you've not been connected to him, then how is it that all of a sudden you are having the strong urge to want to communicate with him? It is because there is an unfinished connection. So it is good. You wish to communicate with him, not a problem.
The thing is, I don't know his real name.
It doesn't matter. See, it doesn't matter. A lot of people say, but I don't know the name of my ancestors. It doesn't matter. They are all encoded in your DNA. How is it that a portion of your ancestry can be detected just from your saliva? How is it possible? Because we should understand that even though a lot of people right now say, no, I don't have any family anymore. It is I'm my only family, because in my family people don't like me, people don't do this, people don't, so I'm the only one for myself. I don't care about anybody anymore. That is nonsense. A lot of people say that. Oh, they're not. That is nonsense. Why? Because you did not self-make yourself. Your body itself is nothing but a combination of DNAs of so many people that have come before you to give you a body. Your body itself is nothing but an encoding of so many people's gene that has been coded into your own body. And this has given you a certain physique, a certain way structure of your eye, a certain structure of your mouth, a certain structure of your face, your eyebrows, your everything is all nothing but a mixture of different people's genes that has been mixed together to give you a shape.
But so another question. Actually, I had a dream. Those times I have those strong feelings.
Let me finish this one first. Wait.
Okay. All right.
So when we say, I am not connected to my ancestors, that is just us fooling ourselves. Because go and look at yourself in the mirror right now. Look at it, not now, don't do it now because I'm here. Maybe when we finish, maybe when we finish, you can go and do that. Look at yourself in the mirror. You will see that your body is not the same. A portion of your body like this is for a portion. Normally, the right side of your body is for your mother, and the left side of your body is for your father. And that is why you see that the human body, the woman body physiognomy is not the same. The breast is, one is bigger, one is smaller. Why? Because one portion belongs to the father and the other portion is for the mother. That is a fact. And that is why you see that when a woman is pregnant, or you will see that there's a black line. Even you as a child growing up, there's a black line that comes on your stomach. There's a black line there. What is that? That is the joining point where your body, a portion of your body that was the gene that was created from your mother, and a portion of your body that was the gene that was created from your father, joins together to give you a full body. Now imagine being born only one portion. Your face is, how is that going to be? So when you go look at even just go and look at your eyes, you will see that the shape of your eyes are not the same. There is nothing that the shape of your eyes, your hands, your left hand, your right hand is not the same. Why? Because it is nothing but borrowed part of your mother and your father, which is also borrowed part of your mother's ancestors, your mother's ancestral genes, your father's ancestral genes, coded together to give you a shape of your body. So that is that. Now you can ask me about your dream.
Okay, my dream was when I was having those feelings, one day I had a dream. I don't know how I prayed or what I said before I prayed. I slept. I had a dream that a man came to me, to my house, but the man looked like a star, but he's not the one because the person looked more beautiful than that star that died. So when the person came, he said, give me 23,000, let me go and pay my debt. And I told him, I don't have that money. So I went to my bathroom, the person came there. He said, give me 23,000 to pay my debt. I said, I don't have that money to give you. So what I saw was, he said I should go. I said, yes, go. What I saw, the person went to lay on my bed where I've been lying, lay there and then vanish. And then I wake up.
That is not an ancestral, that is a spiritual husband. That is a spiritual husband. That is not an ancestor. All right. So settle your spiritual husband. Is
it good or bad?
It's not good.
How am I going to settle it?
So that your relationship can be peaceful.
So how am I going to settle that spiritual husband?
Well, you need to check first. Check. What do they want? You need to look into your life and your destiny to see what do they want. And then from that, you'll be able to know how to settle them and how not to settle them. Okay?
I have a question around,
yes.
Do we get omens through so I've got 2 young children, one's 5, he's 6, one's 6 and one's 2. Do you get omens through children?
Yes. A lot, many times.
So when they're angry, when they're happy,
yes,
there's some of those are omens.
A simple way to understand your omens, especially when there's a fault in your ancestral lineage, is when you get unnecessarily angry with your children. They don't do it, they're just doing their own thing, but you are getting irritated by the things that they're doing. That is a big fault. There's a problem that is happening in your ancestral lineage. So at that moment, you need to be very, very cautious. Or you just shout on them for no reason. Because there's something in the ancestral lineage that is not proper. And that is affected because everybody is a trigger to another person.
Yeah. And my last question is, when is the next new moon for this month to offer to the ancestors?
Actually, new moon comes only once in a month.
Yeah.
New moon and Amavasya is only once in a month. So today is the 8th here in Mauritius. After you guys now, I'm gonna be doing a full moon ritual. This is my firewood that I've gotten ready. I'll be doing my coconut, you know. Why is it blowing? You know? I'll be doing a full moon ritual, fire ritual, you know, after this class is over. Because, and also fasting, only break in by 12 midnight, you know, doing a Satyanarayana Vrata. Because one of the reasons why a lot of us suffer is because of lack of truthfulness. A lot of us, we are not truthful. You know, one way or the other, asatya comes out of our mouth all the time. Asatya meaning untruthfulness. So when we can become truthful, then we will get the blessing of the moon. And this is the only thing that the full moon is telling us. Just be truthful. If you want your life to be good, just be truthful. But that is very difficult for us in this day and age.
Yeah.
So
you were talking about fasting. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
So you was talking about fasting. You were saying like on your life, you say fasting is not about food, eating food.
Yes.
Like there's certain way. Can you explain that, please? Like what certain way you can fast and
a lot of us we do fasting, keto fasting. You know, I'm doing keto fasting, you know. that is just punishment. If you are fasting and your mind is a loaded gun that is ready to explode at all time, you're just punishing yourself.
Okay.
So fasting is all about connecting to the divine. It's more about going inward within yourself. That is fasting. Fasting is not merely about abstaining from food. It can also mean abstaining from certain things. Okay, today, I'm not going to talk too much. Today, I will be more mindful of what I say, what I watch. These are all fasting. Because at the end of the day, you are doing it not for your pleasure, but for the pleasure of the divine. A lot of us, we do fasting because we want something from God. And in that way, such fasting is not going to work.
Okay.
So fasting is, my Lord, do unto me whatever you feel is best. Even if I like it or I don't like it, just do that only unto me.
Baba,
I want you guys to
yeah, since I started the fasting for the kids,
yes,
all of them got sick at home. The same day I start on Joe, he got sick, he woke up with the sickness. And 2 days later, I start for the twins. They got sick too.
Yes.
And on Jaden turn, the same thing happened. They are sick now.
Yes, this is good because you are cleaning them of the negative thing that is, you know, destined in your life. When you are doing a cleaning, you are going to see a result. You need to see a result. Just like if you are sweeping a room that is filled with so much dust, how will you know that the cleaning is working? You will cough. You know, that is a sign that, yes, you are doing something.
Okay.
So it's good.
Yes.
So, Baba.
Yes.
Wait.
I talked to you about...
Ladifa, wait,
yes.
wait, Ladifa. Suzette.
Okay.
Let me, Suzette.
Wait, I start first. You know, when you're a child, is how do you discover a child? Like they're young and they dream seeing things, telling their parents it's happening, it come to pass. How do you discover that child?
I don't understand your question.
Like, say you have a child, they're young, like from the age of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they having dreams of seeing things in their dream. Then they will get up, you know, tell their parents it comes to pass, it's happening. How would you discover that child? Even at night, that child will be dreaming, seeing things getting up in the night, showing their parents things, their parents can't see anything. But then things happen. How do you discover that child?
Discover or describe?
I don't even know. That's what I was told. I was told that, like, you know, I wasn't discovered from when I was a child. Because the reason is...
I understand your question. I understand your question. Just the point that is a bit confusing is the side you are saying discover.
Because that's what I was told. Because when I was a child, those are things that usually happens to me. And growing up in my days now is still happening. And I was told it's because I was not discovered from I was a child. And some of what I'm going through now, that's the cause of it. I was not discovered to embark on my journey or destiny or whatever. And another question I want to ask you, you as a spiritual healer, advisor, whatever, you know, everybody call it different name, different country. Do you get these things from people that you must not help people, heal people, they come to you for prayer or whatever? Do people come and tell you that don't help them because they know the person wicked or whatever?
Yes, I get that a lot.
So what do you do? Because I'm young in this, and this is on me a lot, because a couple of days I I always dream I'm healing people. Sometimes I'm so tired when I get up out of my dream, and sometimes it comes to pass. Like a couple of days ago, I dreamed I'm healing a pregnant woman. And I went to church Sunday, and there comes a pregnant woman, a lady just bring the lady right to me. And I'm not even a member of the church or whatever, but the lady just bring, and I do what I have to do because the spirit told me whatever. But then you have a lot of people come in, so they know the lady, don't heal her, don't help her, don't this. And I'm in my head, I'm like, you not do this for yourself. How do you do it?
All right. Let me take it from the beginning. How do you know a child? There are some children that are called indigo children. Indigo. Meaning they have a certain level of strong empathy to other people's emotion and to the universal, energy. And because they have this strong level of empathy, they are able to do things and feel things that other children of their age group can't. And also, there are some children that have this energy based on what the soul has done and practiced in the past life. And hence, the carryover of that energy manifest in different ways. Like, for example, me, majority of what I'm doing, saying, and all of that are all nothing but past carried over events that I have done from my past life. Those energies of the things that I have done in my past life, that is not all that is being carried over. And hence there's this strong authenticity about it. It's not something you go to learn. If you go to learn mysticism, it's just a matter of time you will get fried up. It has to be something that comes from a very stronger, source that is higher than you, Now, you don't discover. There's nothing I discover myself. What do you discover? Discover what is already there? No, it's already there. So what are you discovering? So people like, I invent something. No, what did you invent? You didn't invent anything. You didn't discover anything. It's already there. It's just covered by nature, and nature designed it in such a way that at a particular time, you will come across that is already there. So there's nothing as discovering the energy of a child. The energy has always been there. That is one thing you must understand. Now, in regards to helping people, it is not everybody that must be helped. This is a debate that sometimes a debate between me and one of my friends. She's like, why don't you help people every time? Why are you choosing to help certain people and you're not helping the other person? It's a very strong debate by me and my friend. You know, but then I used to tell my friend that it is not like that. There are some people that their energy is not deserving to be helped. And if you force yourself to help them, their karma comes, their negative energy comes to you.
But surely you're the only one that can change that negative, that bad negative into good.
Yes, sure.
Because you have the knowledge. You have the knowledge to.
Yes, true. I do have the knowledge, but there are certain things that concern the universal law that one must not mess with. Because there is always a repercussion. And I give you an example. Some years ago, a man came to see me here in Mauritius. This man is destined to die in 3 months. He's destined. This is a life story that I'm telling you right now. It's a life story. This man is destined to die in 3 months. Like, you can see it in his face. His doctors have said it to him and everything. But then he came to meet me. It's like, please, Sukadeva, I've come to meet you. Please help me. This, that, blah, 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 etc., etc., etc. He said, I agreed to help. And I did a ritual for him. Yeah, I did a ritual for him. It is called a ritual of rejuvenation. This ritual, it has to be done at a particular time in the midnight, in the night. It has to be used. There's certain banana trunk is what has to be used for this ritual. And the ritual has to be done as if you are cremating a person. You know, you are burying a person and then giving birth to the person again. So I did this ritual, even though I was warned not to do it. The universe gives you a warning, don't do it. I was warned not to do it. But I was like, no, he has come to meet me. I'm going to help him. And this is when, that time I was still trying to make people to know me. I was still trying to make people to know me. So I did it for him. I did it. It was okay. Instead of dying in 3 months, his life was extended. But something has to be given back in return for that. And what is that? A life has to be given. And who paid the price? I paid the price. How? I know how. I'm not going to explain it. Who said it? You are the one that said, yeah, she's here. She's the one I said how, because we understood. A life has to be given. And a life was given. What can you do what can you do about it? Nothing. You were warned, but you decide to do. So there are certain people, no matter how piteous their nature is or their circumstances is, don't interfere in their own karma. Because when you say, I want to help you, what you're trying to say is, I want to carry your burden on my own head and leave you so that you can be free. Now, that burden that I'm carrying, including with my own burden, am I strong enough for it? This is where a lot of spiritual people, they break down. And this is where a lot of spiritual people, some of them, they lose their ability because they try to go against nature. So knowing to differentiate it, helping person is not based on, oh, these people are telling you, don't help this person. This person is not worth it. No, don't help this person. No, the universe must communicate it with you. So this, my friend, he always fight me. He always fight me like, why you're talking to some certain people, but you're not talking to some certain people. To some people you talk, we give so much time, but then to some people you don't give so much time. Why? I try to explain to this person, but sometimes the person does not understand. What can I do? The universal energy operates in different ways. Sometimes when people come to show me their palm, the moment they show their palm, you see nothing but the nonsense things that they have done in their life. So many nonsense things a lot of people have done. It's a fact.
But some of it is, like you say, past karma and ancestral, right? So it's not so much on the person, it's because of what's happened in the past and of their past karma. So all they're doing in this life is they're living out that past karma, right? So can they really be blamed for everything that's happened?
But of course. Who did it in the past life? Is it another person that did it?
No.
They have to be blamed for it all. But now when you try to interfere, there are certain people that one interferes in helping. There are people you don't interfere. If you do, the universe will fight you for it. Why do you interfere in the destiny of this individual? So is the universe partial? Well, that is the question to ask the universe, not to me. Is God partial? No, God is not partial. He gives us according to what we deserve. Because there are some people, you help them, their mind is filled with ungratitude. You know, I always tell people that, see, there are some people, it is not all dogs that you see that is dying and hungry that you must feed. Some dogs are just waiting for the food that you're going to give to them so they can get the strength from that food and and after getting the strength, they will bite you back.
I have a question, and it's a deep question, and we might have to have another session on it. But why has God created us when all we're doing is creating karma for all our generations that we live, and we're reborn again in the cycle, for the end to just go back to the source? Why didn't he just make us stay at the source in the first place? Why has he created souls? Why has he created people to go through this and then return to him anyway? What is he benefiting from doing that?
It's very simple. This is not a big question. It's not a deep question. It's a very simple question. It's very simple. How?
It's like, what is the meaning of life?
Yeah. You know, it's a very simple question in the sense that it's like this. You have a child and you have a gym room. In your gym room, you are lifting weight, right? You're lifting weight. And then your child comes and wants to start lifting weight with you. So you put his hand and he wants to lift it, and you see that your child is struggling. So you put your hand under his own hand and help him to lift it up. And then the child is thinking, yay, I lift it up. But the weight of the weight of what the child is carrying is on which person's hand? On the father's hand. So also we as individuals, yes, we are suffering from our karma. Why? Because of our desire. Our desire to want to enjoy material nature. That is why we are suffering.
But why did the divine create karma and desire?
The divine did not create karma. Our free will is what creates those karma for us. What is the destination? The destination is, for example, I was traveling a few weeks back to Sweden. So I took a flight, right? Now taking a flight from this country to Sweden is the destination. Now, what I do in between that flight is my own free will, my own choice.
Yes.
Now, those things that I do in between the flight, whether I decide to sleep, I decide to watch the television, I decide to read, I decide to go to the toilet, or I decide to eat more than my stomach can take, those things that I do before I get to my final destination, that create a ripple effect.
But is that free will, or is that already written?
God does not interfere in your free will. That is your free will. It is your free will that creates more karma for you, more bad destiny for you.
And that karma you get back here or in your next birth?
There are some karma that get matured immediately. There's some karma that gets matured in 5 years' time. And then there's some karma that gets matured in after 3 lifetimes. Like the karma of killing a human being. That gets matured after 10 lifetimes. So you have to keep going. It's like you keep having a going and return ticket. You know, not a return ticket. You're not getting to the destination. You're not getting to the destination, but the flight is just hovering around until that karma has been paid. Then you can move to the next level.
And how do you break the cycle of rebirth?
By not repeating the same events again and again. How do you know those what are the events? You will be known. You will know the events are those ones that see. Your real self is not what you show to the people outside. Your real self is what you do when nobody is seeing you. Those thoughts that permeate your mind, those things that you feel tempted wanting to do, that is your real self. And those things are what create more karma for you. So you observe yourself and see, what is my real self? What are the thoughts that permeate my mind, my mental faculty when I'm alone, when I'm not with people? What are the thoughts? What I'm doing outside to show to people I'm joyful? No, that is not me. What am I when I'm not alone when I'm not with people, when I'm alone? When I'm in a locked door, what goes in my head? That is your real self. That is what creates.
So does that mean we're in this life as a journey?
Yes.
We are here to pass by.
But of course,
so whatever we do, just like you give an example to the flight, whatever we do is God that gives us the free will. So until we reach our destination, if we keep on repeating the same thing, we're still going to be within that journey until. Okay.
Yes.
Makes sense.
I want you guys to write this down. There are things you must not do.
Okay.
These are the activities that one does that shortens a person's lifespan. One, drinking water with your 2 hands. It shortens your lifespan. Never do that. Watching or looking at the fire, gazing at the fire without not reciting any auspicious prayer. Never do that. Putting your feet and showing your feet to the fire is very, very innocent.
Too fast.
Going too fast.
Drinking with 2 hands.
Yes. Like some people, when they go to the tap, they put their hand like this, you know, and they drink water like this. It is very, very bad. It shortens the lifespan. One should never put their feet towards the fire. Never. You should never sleep with your head facing the west. Are you getting me? You should never spit into water. It is inauspicious. One should not wake up a sleeping person.
Never spit in the water, even if it's rainwater.
Never. If you go to the seaside or you go to the swimming pool, a lot of people, when they go to the swimming pool and they take their bath and everything, then they spit in the. Never do that. That is inauspicious. It will shorten your lifespan. Same as passing urine in the river. Never do that. Some people, when they are in the river, they are swimming, or in the ocean, they allow that opportunity to, to free themselves of urine. Never do that. It shortens the lifespan. You should not pull a child away from the mother that is sucking the mother's milk. Never do that. It creates inauspicious. When a person is sleeping, don't walk across the person. It's better to, if you want to wake a sleeping person up, don't tap the person, hey, wake up, wake up, wake up. Don't do that. It is very inauspicious. It creates a lot of bad luck. Don't wake, just tap your hand like this. Or you make some sound, or you knock gently. But no, wake up. Don't do that.
Like the way we wake up our children. It's time to go to school.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that, you know. If you are desiring success in whatever you do, it is very important that you must always associate with people that have good mind. Never associate with people that their mind is very, very bad. If you know a person is jealous of you, give them a long distance. Never have eye contact. Well, this is not practical in this day and age. It is not practical. In the ancient time, it is easy. It is not practical in this day and age because you don't know who it's not written on the forehead. These are negative omens, but it's not written on the forehead. It's like don't look at the face of a woman that is going through a menstrual monthly cycle. How will you know? It's not written on the forehead.
Does that include your wife?
We don't look at our eyes, you know, but how will you know? It's not written on the forehead, you know, but these are things. It is important, if you don't want to have bad luck, always take your bath at least 3 times in a day. If you can't, then twice in a day before you go to bed. You must always take your bath so as not to carry bad luck with you. Any question on this?
Yeah, back in the time when I grew up, my mom's used to say that it's not good to take a shower every day.
Huh?
Yes, and there are certain day like Wednesday. When I knew Wednesday she will never ever take a bath on Wednesday. She says it's bad. It bring bad luck. I don't know. On Thursday you will not. You don't have to go to the river on Thursday. I don't know if that's how true is that.
She has good knowledge. The only thing is she has good knowledge, like I said. The only thing is her way of understanding it. It's not her fault. It is how it was explained to her. You know, because a lot of us, we act based on what someone else has told us. You know, so we implement other people's ideas and not our own idea. So what she's saying is right, but the thing is, it is not the right way. Actually, what is there is that on Wednesday, don't take your bath with sponge. Don't scrub yourself with sponge. You can take your bath. You can use soap to clean your body. Take your proper bath, but don't scrub yourself with sponge on a Wednesday. On a Thursday, you can do every other thing you want to do. Just on a Wednesday, don't use sponge and scrub yourself. All right. Thank you all. Any other question? Else I will have to leave you now because I have my yug gear that I have to do.
Are you streaming your yagna on TikTok, or are you doing it personally, privately?
Normally on the full moon, I don't do it online. I do it personally because it's my personal sadhana, my personal spiritual discipline for myself. But
can I request that you do a session on sadhana and how to do it properly and etc. etc.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that.
I'd be very interested in learning.
When is the best time to come visit Mauritius? To you.
When?
To come visit.
Any time is the best time. Anytime is the best time. The sun is always shining in Mauritius. The sun is always good in Mauritius. Anytime is the best time. But if you want to come, you should come around the summer period. Now is the summer in Mauritius. It's hot, you know.
Wow.
Yeah,
are we free, babe?
Really?
It's cold here.
It is hot, you know, here in Mauritius. So around January, February, March, April is okay. Around April, May, June, it's a bit, the weather is a bit cold, you know, in Mauritius, like the winter period in Mauritius. So now it's good.
Okay, it's part of my plan, my desire to
Yes,
travel to go see them.
Huma, come. I've been waiting for you. All right. Any other question? Ruta, Nana. Nana sent a question to me. Please, I have a request. No, Nana, no. You have to write and then take a proper appointment for that. Okay?
Can I ask one question? What advice can you give? It doesn't matter what time I go to my bed. I always wake up between 2 and 4. Doesn't matter what time I go to my bed. Now, I'm like tired to get up to like pray, and I know I need to pray, but like the mind is there. You need to go pray. You need to go this, but it's like my body tired, like to get up, and I just stay there, lay down, and pray, and I felt guilty.
So who is tired?
No, sorry.
So who is tired? The mind or the body?
The body, my body.
No? The body has nothing to do with that. It's the mind. It's not that the mind is not there. It is the mind. The intelligence is there. The intelligence is telling you, you know what, you need to stand up, you need to pray. But the mind is telling you, no, you know, your body is very tired, you need to rest a bit. Mind negotiates with the intelligence. The negotiation of the mind and the intelligence is a very interesting dialogue, because the mind will tell you, you know, you went to bed last time, you did a lot of heavy work, just rest a bit, you know. And the intelligence will be telling you, but you need to stand up. You need to stand up. But the mind will tell you, no, rest a bit. See, your body is weak. And your body reacts to what the mind, to the internal dialogue of the mind.
Because it always happens, and I feel guilty because I'm like, why am I keep waking up? I even forgot my bed after midnight, 1 o'clock, within 2 to 4 o'clock. Always up.
If you feel guilty and you are not doing anything about it, then that is not guilt. That is just, that is not remorse. It's just guilt. What is the difference between feeling guilty and feeling remorseful? Feeling guilty is, I did this.
I call it guilt. I call it guilt because I don't know what to call it, but I know it.
Let me explain it to you. Let me explain it to you. Feeling guilty is out of shame. I'm supposed to wake up, but I did not wake up. You know, it is out of shame. Feeling remorseful is out of intelligence. I did this. It is it is very undeserving or unwarranted of me. I will not repeat it anymore.
Because I'm worried. You know, sometimes when I'm getting beaten, things happening, I feel like sometimes is it. Because I don't know why it's happened. Why I have to wait those time, and even I go to my bed and you hear it. So I'm telling you, get out, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that is the intelligence telling you need to get up, but the mind is telling you you're tired. You need to sleep more. But if you see yourself that you go to bed, it doesn't matter any time you go to bed, you always wake up around that particular time, it means there's a lot of disorderliness in your mind and in your intelligence that you need to rectify. You need to put order. You know, you need to put order to the chaos within you. Okay?
I know I need to.
Yes, you need to do that. All right?
Okay.
Very good.
I will listen to that intelligence then.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. Ruta, any question from Ruta?
No.
All right. Mr. Bavesh?
No, not from me. I look forward to the future sessions.
All right, all right, all right. Huma?
No, I will not join tomorrow, but there is another session coming out after this week.
All right, no problem. Nana?
I'm here, please.
Any question from you?
No, I'll talk to you in private.
Okay.
All right.
Fatu?
Yes, Baba.
Any question?
Yeah, it's about the dream. If you see somebody that you are not in good time with, the person keep coming in your dream. It can happen like every week, 2 times a week. What does that mean? Even that you in your mind state, that when you are awake, you don't really think about the person. You don't have nothing to do with the person, but in your dream, the person show up. Sometimes you are in good time with the person in the dream, sometimes you are not.
Yeah, it means the person is thinking about you heavily.
Okay.
No, it's a fact. It's a fact. I have a student. He's he's not in a good time with his in-law. And this in-law used to always fight him. So every time he's sleeping, he will always see that same in-law. The same in-law is always happy with him, always smiling with him, and always talking nicely to him. And then he wake up and like, what is this? This person in the real life does not talk to me, but in the dream state is always talking nicely with me and everything like that. So what is this? They came to meet me. I said, well, what you are saying is the actual opposite. The in-law is actually not happy, but he's thinking so much about you, and hence it is reflecting again and again in your dream state. That is the meaning. All right. Okay. Suzette, did I answer the questions?
Oh, yes, you do. Yeah. I'm just thinking about you. You're talking about your student, like, how do you have like a steady student? How do you because like these classes you've done, do you do like a program class?
What did Ladifa to call me before?
Ladifa?
Yeah.
I don't.
Ladifa, what did she call me before?
Baba.
Baba. What is the meaning of Baba?
Teacher.
Master.
You see, I'm different culture, you see. We call Baba like father.
Yeah.
So it's same thing. Well, what did she call me? So I have students everywhere.
Yeah, that's what I meant. So like, how can I be a student, like student to like, because I know I need to develop and it bothers me. Because when I see things and then it faces me, I'm like, oh, yeah. So you all need a teacher in life to help you become stronger,
So learn to
it's like it's like a child need their parents there to help them grow.
Learn to follow first.
Learn to
follow first.
Follow how?
Learn to follow first.
Learn to follow first in which level? I'm following you. and I'm on this journey because I realize I don't have any choice. So yeah, I realize I don't have any choice. So I am following, but it's like I'm wondering if I'm still on the right path, if you know what I mean.
It is okay to feel and to wonder. It's very, very much okay. An intellectual person is the one that feels and wonders, am I doing the right thing? What am I doing wrong? What should I not do? Do I do this? Should I not do this? Should I act like this? Should I not act like this? And how do you get to come to the point whereby you know everything? By asking questions. That's when you come to know, because by asking questions, you get more answers, to the situations of your life and how to make your life better. But
because I ignore a lot of time I like I said, like you call it universe, give you warning, talk to you. I get it a lot and I ignore it, and then I really suffered, especially when you come back the third time.
But
it's normally give me free 1, 2, 3.
Are you listening to me?
So that's what I mean.
See, you're not listening.
Sorry, I was just explaining.
But if you want to understand, you must learn to hear without hearing.
Learn to hear without hearing.
Yes. Learn to listen without listening. And when someone is talking to you, don't try to start using your mind to interpret, or don't start allowing your mind to start making noise, that you start giving meanings to what is being explained to you. Just listen. Then you will get the essence of everything. But when you start letting your mind to start interpreting, oh, this is what it means, this is what it doesn't mean, this is it, this is that, this is it, then you will not hear anything. Learn to see without seeing, because when you see, don't start allowing your imperfection, because the mind, what will you see? When you look at things, what will you see? Only imperfection.
Yeah.
Don't start allowing your eyes to start giving you judgment of, oh, this is this is that, this looks like this looks like that. No, see without seeing, just see the beauty.
I actually posted that on my platform the other day, like what you're saying, yeah, because it come to me, I posted, yeah.
So if you want to discover yourself, you learn to first tune down the noise of your mind. You understand? Tune down the noise of your mind. A lot of us, we are acting based on the influence of our mind, not based on the influence of our intelligence. So tune down the noise of your mind and listen. Then you will see and you will hear properly. Then you will be able to find what you are looking for. But if you are looking and your mind is telling you so many other things, and the noise in your mind is too loud, then you will not hear anything. All right? Tune down the noise of your mind. Okay?
Yeah. One more question, please. So when is the yes? When is the last day to register for your school? Because I see that you register people from abroad too. How does that go about?
That is astrology.
Because that's a way of school.
That is astrology. You can't learn astrology now.
Why not?
You can't learn astrology now. Astrology requires a higher level of concentration and patience.
Oh, okay. So why do you register people abroad?
I have students abroad. But I
so
choose.
How can
I choose
work
my
myself
students.
towards that?
I choose my students. How can you work yourself towards that?
Yes.
For now, you must have a strong disciplined sadhana, meaning disciplined spiritual practice, waking up at a particular time, sleeping at a particular time, eating regulatedly, talking regulatedly, having a disciplined way of praying. Then this will help you to be able to learn, the act of reading the stars. Because what is Jyotishi? Jyotishi is nothing but the science of time, trying to read the movement of time. When you go to meet a healer, when you go to meet a preacher, a healer, a mystic, what are you actually going to ask them? You are only going to ask them about, tell me about the movement of time in my life. That's the essence of everything, is just that. And the person is going to tell you, I see you like this, I see you like that, I see you being this, I see you being that. What is that? Just time. So the science of time is what Vedic astrology is about, understanding the movement of time in a particular person's life. Just like time has brought us together and has made us to stay together to this hour, time is also going to separate us. So understanding the movement of time, that is what Jyotishi is about. The science of light.
So can you guide me?
Sorry?
Can you please guide me?
All right, but not now.
Okay. Maybe when I visit your place, maybe I will able to read a book and get the 101.
Okay, if I'm still alive, why not? Why not?
Oh yes, God will give you a life.
We never can say. We never can tell. But
God
why
will
not?
give us long life. You have long life.
Who knows? Only God knows. Eh?
You're too young.
Who says who?
That's our mind. That's what we think about. You're too young to die.
You need to help us on our journeys before you go. You've got a long way to go yet.
Let's see. Whatever God desires. That is what is going to happen. All right. I'm going to leave you all now. Thank you very, very much. It's already 11 o'clock here in Mauritius. I need to do my prayers. It's 10:42 here in Mauritius. I need to do my sadhana. And maybe
you're gonna be on TikTok.
I have to. I think maybe I have to do it online because 2 people have said it now, so I have to do it. This is the universe talking. Vavesh have said, and Suzette have said, so we have to follow the universe, so thank you all very, very much. And I humbly I beg you that I don't know what time exactly it is in your different locations, but it's a full moon today here in Mauritius, and maybe it may be full moon different days in your side, but you should do a certain Narayan Vrata. Even if you are not able to fast, just repeat this word in a cup of water. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Repeat. Can you repeat it after me, or you want to write it down?
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Yes.
Hari Om Tat Sat.
Yes. Hari Om Tat Sat. Repeat it. Meaning that let the words of my mouth be truthful. Let the thoughts of my heart, let it be truthful. Look at the moon and repeat it. There's no one that repeat the word Hari Om Tat Sat looking at the moon. If you are able to see the moon, if you're not able to see the moon, not a problem. Just imagine that the moon is there and you are repeating the word.
Can you spell it? Can you spell it?
That is, let me write it in the comment section.
Okay, thank you.
Right, that is it. It's just
Thank you.
4-letter words. Hari Om Tat Sat. So please repeat that and help yourself, to be more better. And if you can do a full moon prayers, it will be better. If you cannot, not a problem also. If you have firewood with you, I don't know if your house in Europe, you guys have fire, what's it called? Fire detector, smoke detector everywhere in your houses. So it's difficult for you to do fire sacrifice and all of that. I don't know, you guys are living a very complicated life. But
this is why we talk to you, seek your advice.
That's why we talk to you for guidance.
So, but if you cannot, then if you have a coconut with you, I don't know, what time is it in your side, Mr. Bavesh?
It is 6:45 in the evening.
Evening. What about you, Suzette?
It's 6:45. I'm going like a little over 6:45.
Okay, so you guys have, what about Nana? At the same time?
No, 1:46.
Morning?
Afternoon.
Mine is 12:46.
Oh.
12:46.
And Ruta?
It's 7:46.
Okay. So if you can get a coconut, I don't know, you can use this to do a prayer for yourself tonight. Why is it blurring it? You get a coconut and you have to use the coconut to go around, yourself, like this. As you're going around yourself, you pray, for yourself that every negativity of Mangala Dosham, because on the full moon, is when Mangala Dosham affects people. Mangala Dosham is a combination of Mars and Saturn. You know, it affects people on a full moon, which makes it difficult for them to connect emotionally to people, or they feel emotionally irritated and emotionally distant, or people feel emotionally distant from them. So you do this 7 times around you, and you break the coconut. All right. If you can get it, not a problem, do it. If you cannot, not a problem also. You know it now. Next time, you do it on a full moon. Okay?
To break it in the outside?
Yeah, crash it outside. Don't do it inside your house. You do it outside.
And the time, does it matter?
No.
At night?
Time does not matter.
And the prayer that you say we should recite, how many times can we read it into the water?
Just one time. Are you?
One time? Okay.
You want to recite it multiple times, not a problem also. The more
okay.
Can I still do it? Yesterday was full moon here, the 7th. Can I still do it today?
Yesterday is when you saw the moon was full.
Yes.
But it was not the full moon. Because you saw the moon full does not mean it's a full moon. Full moon occurs
it was full moon.
at a particular period. Yes, the moon was full, but it was not in its fullest.
Okay, so today is the fullest.
According to my calendar.
Okay, Baba.
You have to check your calendar over there. According to my calendar,
yeah,
today is the fullest.
I checked it, it was yesterday.
Okay, so good. So it's not a problem, even if you are doing it today, not a problem.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So see you on the 15th for our next seminar on your past life and your misfortune. Understanding your past life, understanding your misfortune. So thank you all. You guys have been wonderful, wonderful. And the class has been very, very interactive.
What time would it be?
Same time?
Same time. Oh.
It's same time. Every week, there's going to be a topic that we'll be discussing about, and we'll be doing some prayers section also. Like, for example, today, just give me a second. Let me do a prayer with you guys before we go. Just a minute.
Thank you.
Okay. So I want to bring my prayer book. I'm going to recite some prayers with you. And I want you to use this as a point of contact for yourself. And from this prayer book, this is what I'm trying to compile into a book that will be given to you guys for your own better, use. And this will help you to be able to connect more with the universe. Very soon we'll be doing different topic on prayers and how to pray. Okay? How many of you had a restless mind today? How many of you were disturbed today?
I was just busy focusing on what I got to do.
I was disturbed on Tuesday night.
Okay. Should I write it down for you guys? Or you can repeat after me.
Yeah, we can repeat.
No. Repeat after you.
Okay. Can you, I think it's being recorded, so yeah, okay. My dear Lord.
My dear Lord.
Please teach me.
Please
teach me.
To serve you. To serve you.
To serve you.
To serve you.
You desire.
You desire.
You desire.
To give.
To give.
And never to count the cost of what I give.
And never to count the cost of what I give.
To give and never to
count the cost of what I give.
Oh, to give and never to count.
Can I continue?
Yes.
To fight.
To fight.
And never to mind the wounds.
And never to mind the wounds.
To labor.
To labor.
And never to ask for reward.
And never
to ask for reward.
To accept all as your will.
To accept all as your will.
Know you are guiding me.
Know you are guiding me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Should I write it again? Let me write it for you guys so you can keep it as your focus of meditation.
Okay. Thank you, Baba.
Ruta, any announcement?
My dear Lord, please teach me to serve you. Your desire to give and never count on what I give. To fight and never to fight and never favor.
Are you put it in the chat?
Yes, should I do that?
Yeah, sure. So just inform where they can find the recordings on.
Yes, I think I will be sending the recordings to the email and they can access it. It's quite long, so I don't know how I'm going to send it because it's more than 2 hours. Wow.
Yeah.
Google Docs. Send it on Google Docs. Then you just share. Everybody can open it.
Okay.
You can post it on YouTube. People can just see.
YouTube is a big ocean of people. Very big ocean.
I have one of your prayer. I wrote it on a flashcard. Every morning I wake up, I pray that prayer before I step out of my bed.
You did?
Yeah, it's right there. That's why I pray every morning. I meditate on it. I close my eyes. And I feel so uplifting since I started. It's like a burden just come out of me. I'm at peace.
Wow. Thank you. I feel very encouraged. Thank you. Now, can you all read it together?
Yes. My dear Lord, please teach me to serve as you desire. Give and never to count the cost of what I do. To fight and never to mind my wound. To labor and never to seek reward. To accept all the knowing that I am doing your will. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay, mommy.
Thank you all. God bless you, and see you next time.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.